conducts sessions on value education for close-knit groups. A parent of an alumni, Rajeshwari ma'am, served as the president of the Parent Advisory Committee for the year 2019-2021. Currently, she is a member of the local advisory board of our own high school. Welcome you, ma'am, for the session.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure.
Sure. I'll share the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You can carry on.
Good afternoon, boys.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Two classes combined together, right? C and D.
Yes, ma'am. It's both
Yes,
the
ma'am.
classes.
But I'm not able to hear much strength in your voice.
Voice?
I think you're all gearing up for a fabulous weekend ahead. So you must be wondering on the last day of the week, that too on the last period, why we are being conducted a well-being session, right? I know you all must be having this question in your mind. Last week of the day, last day of the week, and last period that too. I know that, but here I am here to share few thoughts on a topic which is very, very relevant and has been it has attained more significance than ever before. Okay, so that is the reason why we parents are here today to address you boys, right? So I would like to hear what you call, I want to hear boys speaking and interacting with me, not just a monologue session. I just want to hear you are there present. Not just physically, but mentally also be alert because the topic is very, very relevant. So can I hear one good afternoon from you all?
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, boys. Okay. So I'm here to share, as I said, a few thoughts on a subject called Vision for Change, the female perspective. But hold on, don't think this is a session on gender equality or anything. It has nothing to do with that. This is a general perspective which is very relevant wherever you go or in whichever part of the world you live. In another 1 year, I'm sure that you all will be relocating to different countries across the world to pursue your college or the university education. Later, you will be taking up responsibilities in your respective professional lives. There you will come across people from different socio-economic diverse background, from different nationalities, of course, and you will be working with girls, females across different age group. So it is very imperative to understand, because all these years you were working, all these years you all lived, enjoyed in a boys saloon company, right? So now as you move on in your life, you'll be facing with different situations and you'll be working with girls, and as I'm sure that these acquaintances with the opposite gender might culminate in friendship, healthy friendship, and of course, so you need to gear up yourself for that, right? So it is with this objective, the first part, that is the friendship part. So today's segment is divided into three. One is friendship, another is respect, and the third one is safe communication. Okay, now we'll move on to friendship part. Ma'am?
Yes, have changed. Healthy friendship.
Yeah, healthy friendship. Friendship with boys and girls is essential for all, right? Because we are going to work in a multicultural environment where boys and girls will be working together. And we'll be studying together as well. Developing and maintaining. Excuse me, ma'am, can you please say little zoom in the font size, ma'am?
It's fine, ma'am. Is it?
Yeah, a little bit. You can zoom out. Yeah, because we want that picture as well, the side pictures.
Okay. Is this fine, ma'am?
Yeah. This is perfect, ma'am. Thank you. So developing and maintaining friendships teaches us how to enjoy someone else's company, accept others' likes, dislikes, and opinions, and compromise. Friendship offers the opportunity to be caring and supportive towards others, which is vital to future relationships with women. Second slide, ma'am. Ma'am, I think there is one previous slide. Yeah, I'm the second one, the next one.
This one, ma'am.
Yeah. So the next one, I'm sure that you all must be familiar with the topic, machos, right? And I'm also aware that this is the most preferred or the coolest term among the teenage boys, right? So now we'll delve into deeper whether the stereotyping, that is machoism, is correct or no. Absolutely, I would like, yeah, it is not that we adults know that making yourself or molding yourself holding yourself to a traditional macho man stereotype may not serve you well. Why? Because as human beings, irrespective of gender, regardless of gender, we all have feelings and emotions and sensitive to various environment. So boys should also be free to express their feelings openly, especially to parents or an older relative, so that they can help you work out negative feelings, anxiety, and frustration. Also, it is emotionally healthy to talk about feelings and will make boys more compassionate and relatable to women. Just like girls, boys can equally be sensitive too. Moving on to the next slide, sharing is caring. So in the picture, you see a boy doing the chores in the family. Normally, when your mom or sister or anybody else in the family asks for help, what could be your immediate reaction? You might think, I'm sure that many, not everyone, at least a few might be thinking, why am I supposed to do this? It is not my cup of tea. I'm a boy. This is not my job. This is not my job. I'm sure that many of you might have said this at least in one point of time, right? So now let us look, why do we need to do the chores and what is the purpose? Why our parents are asking us to do the chores or to help them out with these chores? The reason I will explain to you simple. First of all, it is a work to be done by everybody. As you move out for the college education or as you move on with your professional lives, you will be staying in a hostel or you could be staying in a dormitory or in a separate rented apartment. At that point of time, you will have to do all the chores, at least one or two chores, not necessarily that there will be someone to help always. So it is always good for you to be familiarized with these chores in the home itself. So boys have to be knowledgeable and capable of pitching in and not viewing such tasks as solely a woman's job. Someday, you may need to live by yourself when you relocate for further studies. Coming on to the second part of the segment, friendship and respect go hand in hand. So now see a daughter, mother, grandmother, mother-in-law, wife, friend, professional, sister, daughter-in-law, and so many other relations. Okay, I just ask one question: do I respect these women in my life? Ma'am, next slide, ma'am. Yeah, do you respect these women in your life?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now let us have a reflection. Ma'am, can you move on to the next slide?
Yes.
Mother, father, brother, there is a bit of her in everyone. If something happens to her, it happens to everyone else too. So respect her. Respect women. When you give respect to women or to anybody else for that matter, regardless of gender, you also automatically earn respect. Then you will get respect. So always remember, give respect and get respect. Now, respect. How would you respect others? What is the way to go about it? The first step is treat others as you want to be treated. Treat others with kindness, speak courteously, be considerate to others' feelings, be polite, be nice in words and actions. And never ever forget the 4 golden words you learned in your primary classes. I hope you all remember your 4 golden words, right? Golden words. Remember
Yes, ma'am.
the 4? Yes. The next slide, ma'am. Now let us have a reflection time. Let's do a reality check. Ma'am, next slide. Yeah. Now, your mom walks into your room when you are playing a video game and reminds you for the 3rd time to eat your lunch. So now let us see how we are going to react. You go and have the food, you ignore the request, you show your irritation of being disturbed. So just pause for a moment and just think what you're supposed to do and what you will do. Next slide, ma'am. You are at a friend's party. Your friends are talking about the dressing sense and attitude of another friend who is a girl. They are using very derogatory remarks for the girl. Now, how are you going to react? You will walk away from the group. You will tell the girl about the peer opinion. You will stand for the girl and tell your friends not to use such words. Next slide, ma'am. You're chatting on Instagram with friends. One friend is upset that his girlfriend broke off with him. He is feeling miserable and very upset. Your friend started to talk about the girl, that anyways she was not good enough for you. The girl is called names by all on the chat. Now what are you going to do? Will you exit the chat or will you talk to your friend alone to console him? Or will you join the group in the chat and use words for the girl that you neither understand the real meaning nor you mean to say? So think about it. Yeah, the next one. Here in the picture, you see a boy standing and he's surrounded by some people who are forcing him to do a certain thing. That is instigating him or inciting him. So that collective instigation or incitement is what we call as peer pressure. So the peer pressure is something that you're being forced to do something that may have a grave consequences in the future. Okay. So this is a sort of instigation that can land you in trouble. That is the peer pressure. This picture, here also you are seeing a bird is trying to climb a wall. And you see 2 other birds are sitting and trying to encourage. So this is called motivation. The earlier one which we saw, the peer pressure, it is instigation. This is motivation. Here also you see the people are climbing the wall, they're doing a work right? So someone also want to climb there, and the boy is or the girl is trying to offer help, right? So this is also called motivating. But the one you see, which you come across in your daily life, the peer pressure is very common, boys. You all must have experienced, right? Especially in your teenage years. So beware of it. Next, it is social media do's and don'ts. Yeah, coming to the point of social media, every country in this world have their own social media regulation policy. So whoever violates their social media regulation of the nation they are living in, they will end up in trouble, either in jail, or they will be deported, or you will have to face serious consequences if you breach the social media norms of the country you are living in. We have heard so many stories in the past regarding posting inappropriate content or abusing another person, or posting confidential information on social media, and so on and so forth. What has happened after that is that I know cases personally. I know many cases where the teenagers were deported. Not just the teenagers, even their parents were deported from the country. So you have to be mindful. You have to be very careful while interacting or posting anything on the social media. So now you have to make sure that you're on the safer side. So now let's have a fact check, like confidentiality, defamation, photographs, morality, use of information technology. Confidentiality. First we'll discuss what we cannot do, what we are not supposed to do. Do not engage in conversations on social media that would breach another individual or entity's confidential information. There are legal implications that could include temporary imprisonment as well as a fine. That is Article 4 of Article 378 of the UAE Penal Code. According to this, you will be temporarily imprisoned. Then be respectful of confidential information shared with you. Information pertaining to a company's financial earnings or business deals would be considered confidential and should not be shared. Defamation. Don't post defamatory statements or publishing information that exposes another person or entity to contempt or public humiliation on social media platforms. It is an offense and punishable under the Article 372 Penal Code. Do make sure the information you post online doesn't make any accusations that discredit or dishonor another person. Photographs. I know that we all have this habit of posting pictures on the social media. Of course, we might enjoy people posting comments and everything. But here again, you have to be very mindful before posting the pictures and also after posting the pictures. Now let's see. Don't take a picture, publish or display an image of someone. This would be an invasion of someone's privacy according to the cyber crimes law, that is the Federal Law number 5 of 2012. Additionally, Federal Law 3 of 1987, that is the UAE's Penal Code, states it is an offense to publish someone's photograph without their prior consent. The copyright law also makes sure it is a crime to publish or distribute a picture without someone's consent, unless there is an agreement between the two that dispenses with a requirement for consent. Then ask for and get written consent if you wish to post someone's image on your social media platforms. Federal Law 5 of 2012, that is the Cyber Crimes Law, states that posting images without permission is an offense. Morality. Do not mock the representatives of the nation, encouraging any sinful activity, Article 361 of the UAE Penal Code make lewd remarks against religion or remarks aimed at corrupting minors. These offences are outlined in Articles 360 to Article 370 of the UAE Penal Code. One may be sentenced to detention for up to 6 months and a fine up to 5,000 dirhams. Do publish posts that are in compliance with good conduct and public morals. Be respectful of other nationalities and religions and display tolerance. Use of information technology. The misuse of information technology is subject to the federal law on combating information technology crimes. Article 20 provides for imprisonment and a fine of not less than 250,000 dirhams up to 5 lakh dirhams, or one of these penalties for each of the third parties, or assigns an act that would make it punishable or disrespectful by others using an information network or an information technology means. Now, before you post on the social media, always keep one word in your mind, think. And what does that think denotes for? Let us see. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? I hope, yeah, we have a small quiz. I think the teacher will do the needful for that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'll post them. Boys, you can use this link for the quiz. And please fill in this box. Are you able to access this link? 12th standard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am. It has been a very thoughtful session for the students, which is the very need of the hour. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's my pleasure, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you
Siddharth?
so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Siddharth?
Yes, ma'am.
Siddharth, can you just...
Okay, yes, ma'am. So, first of all, thank you so much, Rajeshwari, ma'am, for gracing us with your humble presence today. And I think what you said was a very relevant concept, seeing as most of us, we grew up in the school, we spent almost all our lives in a boys-only school, so our interaction with girls is safe to say it's minimum. So what he said was absolutely right, like about the macro and the sensitivity of guys, how they should be allowed to express their emotions freely to their elders, about maintaining a healthy friendship with their female friends and colleagues, about helping around the house and pitching in and doing your bit in your house, and how we should respect the women around us, and how we should not really give in to peer pressure, and we should surround ourselves with friends who actually encourage us to do the right things instead of forcing us to do the bad stuff. And once more, thank you for reminding us about the do's and don'ts of social media, and what are the rules and the norms we should follow when posting or publishing something online, and for reminding us of the stringent rules that the UAE government enforces to keep everyone in check in this country. So thank you once again, and have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, Siddharth.
Thank you, Siddharth. Can someone share your views, boys? Others who have been in this session, it would be nice if you could share your views also. Sriniketan or anyone in this, both C and D, both the classes. Can you put your views? Yes, Sriniketan. Fine.
Yes, I found this session really helpful in elaborating some certain points which are really important, especially the usage of technology, as we often see a lot of issues arise. So thank you very much, ma'am, for explaining wonderfully all these neatly put information. That's how I'd like to say.
Thank you, Sriniketan.
Thank you. 12D, can Any on representative from 12D can speak up, boys? It's nice to hear from you. So
Ma'am, if I
let's,
may,
sure, sure. Yes,
first of all, thank you, Rajeshri ma'am, for giving us an enlightening session. I think as Siddharth, like he summarized everything, like why the session was important for an all-boys school. Personally, the part I really liked about the session was the three scenarios, the three questions which ma'am gave. It really made me think what I would do in a session. Sometimes being in that scenario, you act differently rather than when you take it out separately and you think about what you would have done differently in that scenario. So yeah, it was an overall great session and wonderful learning experience. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sakib.
Thank you, Sakib. Others, can you all complete your feedback session, boys? The link has been provided. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Vinaya, ma'am. It's a pleasure.
Yes, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Also, we have more sessions like this in future for the students.
Yeah, next week we are conducting for grade 11.
Okay.
Next Tuesday.
Sure.
Thank you so much, boys.
Wish boys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm glad that you all liked it.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah, I hope you also will put into practice, demonstrate all these, whatever you have seen today.
That's really important for
exactly.
these boys growing up men.
Yeah,
That gender equality and respect should come from this age. It will be appropriate when they grow up.
Yes.
Very insightful session, man. Thank you once again.
Okay, thank you, boys.
On behalf of
Thank you,
students,
ma'am.
and thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.